Good evening, everybody. Oh, a little bit wonky, a little bit wonky. I'm back. I'm back. Lovely to be with you. I had a nice week away. Well, not a week, but a few days away. So that was really nice. My voice is all back and still can't taste a lot, but all that sort of thing. But all is well now. And I'm so pleased because I'm going to be bringing you the October card kit, which is rather special to say the least. Just a quick reminder, if you are a subscriber to the card kits, don't forget that this time, just for this month, before we get the new system up and ready for you for November, you will need to join everyone else and get your kit from the website, which is now live for you at 6 o'clock. October card kit, plus some new bits and pieces, so do go and have a look, and restocks of quite a lot of stuff, of course, with some new bits coming in, available during this coming week. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that it should be Thursday 10th is what I'm told, so fingers crossed for that. So let me show you what the card is all about. I'll pop this to one side for a minute. And because I've got all the lights on, it doesn't show it in quite all its glory, because this is actually a light up card. So let me just, you're not probably going to be able to see it because it's too light in here as well. So, but hopefully the other one you will in a minute. So you will be getting everything that you need. Now, do remember that these will vary slightly because the design at the back, the picture, will vary. There's about 12 different designs. It comes from the Winter Wonderland duo paper pads, which we have used a lot, I know, but it just lent itself with this. But hopefully you will have spied that we are also going to be getting this new dancing snowflake frame, which is a beauty. So let me show you what will be in your pack. So you will be getting the dancing snowflake frame. Now, this is that way round. This is a no edges, so you can cut it to whatever size you want. Thinking it lends itself a bit better then with that sort of thing. So you'll be getting your die. You'll be getting pre-cut frames. So this is the scallop stitch square 7s, which match with the ordinary easy frames square 7s. So if you've got those, you may well have these are not new, and I will be providing you with this pre-cut. So you won't be getting the dies with it, you will be getting the pre-cut bits. Now, you will find that the colours will vary because they are going to be matching with whichever pattern papers that you've been given. So this one is a midnight blue, but it could be a copper, it could be a chocolate brown. It will vary, okay, but it will all be to complement the pattern that you've been given. So you'll get that. You'll get a 7x7 card blank. That's the size it makes. You will also get a sheet of the snowfall acetate. That's an A5 sheet of the snowfall acetate. You'll be getting one of the scenes. Now, as I said before, there are actually 12 altogether. So you may get one, you may get another. So it will vary, but you will be getting one, and you get a sheet of white card. And because it's a light up, you will be getting an LED little string of lights, little rice lights, I think you find they're called. And I'm going to show you how easy it is to put these lights in and make something rather spectacular. So let us first of all cut out and use this beautiful die, because I just can't wait to show you how extra specially gorgeous this is. I'll try not to knock everything down. So what I'm going to do first of all, from my A4 sheet of white card that you're going to get, you are going to cut out a piece of white card that is 14 centimetres by 14 centimetres, or if you wanted it in inches, it's 5.5 by 5.5. And I'm also going to cut and use this piece as well. So this piece is spare, so you could use that for another one of your dancing snowflakes, but I'm going to pop that to one side for now because I don't need that bit. So this bit I will need. And so will I need this piece, but I'm going to trim this down so that it is 5.5 centimetres by 6 centimetres. Yes, I know it's a funny size and not very big. Okay, so just that little piece as well. Oh, goodness me. So you have got plenty in your pack to be making those 2 pieces. I'm going to pop that to one side just for a minute. And now I'm going to place the dancing snowflake frame into the centre here so that it's going to give me a border all the way around. And as I said, there's no cutting edge to this die, so you could, of course, make this a bigger border if you wish. So I'm going to be popping that into there. I'm taping that down, and I'm using the bit in the middle because that's the bit that's going to actually be thrown away. And I'm going to just run this through my machine. Just give that a go. And then I'm going to be getting my frame and bits and pieces as well. So I'm going to be using that and my frame. So just checking on the back side of it, you can see that it's cut out beautifully. So I'm going to turn that over, take these pieces of tape off, and then just use my brush just to get, I was going to say the worst of it off, but you know what I mean. There's a lot of detail to this, so sometimes it's handy to take out some of the extra bits. So I'm afraid to say all that bit is waste. We can't use that. Oops. Sorry, just grabbing something to grab all these little bits here. And then just remove my die from here and just carefully just take out those little bits there, make sure they all come out. And there you've got just a little beauty, I think you'll find. So I'm just going to take out the extra little bits, and this is going to be sort of mounted. Now, I could have just put it straight. I will be using this again over on the subscribers Facebook group. I will be using this in another way. And just to remind you that the subscribers group is for folks who are subscribers. There's a clue in that, in the title there. But just so that it gives those people that sort of commit to wanting the kit a little bit extra. So I will be using that in a slightly different way, but I think that is a beauty. So we've finished with our die for the moment, and I'm going to pop my frame together. So as I said, this is already been cut out for you, and this is the Scallop Stitch Easy Frame 7. So it's to fit onto a 7x7 card blank. You won't be getting an envelope with this kit because it basically won't fit in an envelope. It needs to have a little box or something, or maybe a bigger envelope if you've got one. So there's my frame already made, and my dancing snowflakes are going to go simply into the centre there. As easy as that. It really is as easy as that. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue around the outside, and then I'm just going to position to wherever I think the best position is, which I reckon is about there. Press down, and that is my frame all done, and you can see on the back there as well. Okay, so that's a beauty. Now, before we go any further, we want to add the acetate to it, and the acetate needs to be cut down to 13 centimetres. I know you can't really see that, sorry. 13 centimetres by 13 centimetres, and it's going to go onto the back of my frame there. And the way that I'm going to pop it on there is by using some double-sided tape. So I'm just going to run a little bit along the edges. If you wanted to use wet glue, you'd probably still be there at Easter waiting for it to dry. So I wouldn't recommend that you use wet glue for this bit. And because the put that back there, because the snowflake is so detailed, it needs to have something to rest its little weary legs on. So that's why we're putting the acetate there, and it gives a really good base for it all. Okay, so I'm just going to remove the backing from here. Oops. And then I can put my acetate on. And as always, there is a right and a wrong way for the acetate. Oh, let's put that, do it that side. So just be a bit careful. One side is most definitely whiter than t'other. So I'm just going to place that. Now I have got a little bit of the tape hanging over the edges, which is perfect for now what I want to do. So now I'm going to put my lights on. Now, the only thing that you need to add to the kit, so if you haven't seen a kit before, basically the kits are everything you need, including the dye. And at the moment, the price for the kit is just under £13. Free postage. You cannot go wrong. You've always got this video to go back to, and each person that buys the kit will receive written instructions and illustrated instructions by our lovely June Smith. So you really have got everything there in order to make not just this kit, but you have got then the dye, and you can use whatever you like. You do just need to add glue. So and tape and that sort of thing, the basics, which I'm sure everybody has. And if you haven't, you can always get that as well over on the website. So I'm going to use some foam as well. But if you didn't have any foam, but you did have the extra strong double-sided tape, you could use that for this bit as well. But I would really recommend that you use foam if you can. So I'm going to take some 2mm foam tape, and I'm going to put that around the outside of my frame here. So just putting that all the way around. And I'm going to put 2 layers on here. So although this one is 2mm, you will get one which is 4mm in the end. Okay. So I've got that all ready to go. Just turn it over so you can see it all in its glory. But before I put the lights on, I just want to get the rest of the card ready so that the light bit is the last bit that we're going to do. So when we do our patterned paper, we're going to need a piece that's 14 centimetres by 14 centimetres, the same as we had on the back here. But we might want to position it as such so that it is in a different place. As long as you can't see the edges, it really doesn't matter where it is. And I think that for me, that little cottage looks quite good there. So I'm going to put a little mark. I will trim it, I think, just there and about there, and then about there, to know that that is where I want my 14 centimetres bit to be cut out. But you can mix and match wherever you fancy. So I've got my mark here. I'm going to put that into the trimmer and cut that piece. Then I'm going to turn it around and cut 14 centimetres to that piece, and then finally 14 centimetres to there. So that you have now got your base for your card, so that you will be seeing this through, oh, lights are shining, through your frame. So let's grab our 7x7 card blank. Now, I would recommend that you use, when you're doing this, that you'd use the side fold. The top fold is fine, but we want to hide the mechanisms to a certain extent. And so I think it's best that we do this card with a side fold like that. So I'm just going to place my beautiful picture into the center of the front with the side fold on the left hand side, and then just stick that straight down onto my card front. Okay, and then when we bring that in there, you can see that the frame fits beautifully. If it was a 7-inch true, it wouldn't. It would completely obliterate the card behind it. So that's what we want to do. We want to make it so that it is, so that we can see, and we're going to add our lights. So as I said, they come in a little pack, and you've got a meter of lights, so 10 lights altogether. Now, there is a little switch on here which will have 3 different ways of your lights. I'll do it quickly because I was quite alarmed when I first got them. The first one means that they'll go like that. Then it goes a bit slower. You can see them just about. And then you can have them on all the time as you wish. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that when we pop this onto here, that where is our side fold? So our side fold is here. So I need to make sure that my little box of tricks is going to be round the back of here. So let me just turn that over. So it needs to be on the left, but when I turn it over, it needs to be on the right. And you will see that there is a light after about 10 centimeters or 4 inches. We're going to use that one. So that's the sort of measurement that you need to start off with there. So I'm just going to take all of these off. So you're revealing a double-sided of your tape, the same as if you were going to be using ordinary red tape, that type of thing. And I'm going to try and make sure that my little, if I can, hold on, let me grab a bit of darker card. There we are, I can see it a bit better. That's your little rice light, okay? So you really need to not hide them. They just need to be hanging out onto the edge. So therefore, that's going to be starting about there with my little light outside. And I'm just going to wind the wire round, sticking it down as I go onto the tape, but just making sure that the little lights just stick out into this centre bit. It really is as simple as that. So just sticking it down. And if you were doing it onto your double-sided tape, you'd be doing just the same, just going along. And whenever you get to a space where you've got a light, just let that come inside your foam. There's another one there. And then when it comes, we've still got a bit. Do not cut it. Do not cut it. Just go back round again and pressing down as you go. Come over the edge. String, you can get in saying the smallest string that they do, and you really don't want any bigger than that for a card. You've got 10 lights, you know, that really is enough. So there we go. Our frame is all in check, and we'll just check again. You can see that it's all lit and beautiful. So then I'm simply going to get my foam again, and I'm going to lay another piece of foam exactly over the top of my foam that I've already got. So that will just secure my workings in there. It will hold the lights in place, and it will give another 2 mil thickness, so it just make them all stand out that little bit much more. If you've got just ordinary double-sided tape, you can do the same again with that as well, just so that you've got an extra bit there. But the foam, if you have got it, really does make the difference. Obviously, you can also use little foam pads. It doesn't have to be like, you know, like I was doing there. So I'm going to pop that to one side, because you remember we cut ourselves a little tiny piece of card, which was 5.5 centimetres by 6. Well, we need to do a bit of scoring. So on the 6 centimetre side, we need to score it. Let's take that one out of the way. We need to score it at 1.5 centimetres and 4.5 centimetres. So I'm just going to do it like that. Okay. Then on the 5.5 side, I need to score it at 2 centimetres and 3.5. And as I said, everyone will receive all of the information about this little bit that you will need to cut out. So don't worry about if you're not quite sure of that bit at the time. So I need to just trim. So when you look at your piece of card, you'll see that you have got 2 little squares. Everything else is a rectangle, but there are 2 little squares opposite each other. And I need to just trim down those 2 lines to the first score line, and then opposite. So I'm not cutting them out, I'm just literally making a little tab. Then I'm going to fold and burnish all of those lines. And along this side as well. And then I'm just going to make it into a 3-sided box. So I'm going to put some glue onto these little tabs, and then I'm just going to attach the 2 sides and then those 2 sides as well. Okay, so I'll just take you through that. So a little bit of glue onto the back of those little tabs, and then pull this one up so that it is at right angles with that. And all we're doing is making a housing for our little battery pack for the lights. If you've ever been tempted, or indeed quite clearly made them, a little bit of glue on these bits again, you may have sort of think, well, what do we do with the lights? Well, or the battery pack, we need them, we need the battery pack, but they sort of like dangle like this, which really, yeah, we don't want that. So we are just going to make a little house for it that will sit on the back of our card. So let's bring our card back again. And we need to make sure that our battery pack is down on this folded piece there, because as we said, we're going to then pop that round the back, and our little box will go in there like that. Okay, but we're going to sit it on there first. So I simply remove my backing of my tape, and whoops, I'm going to add a little bit of extra glue to it. So just a little bit here. And again, just making sure that my battery pack is on this left-hand side. Just pop that onto there. Oh, God. Just take a minute, ladies and gents. Just take a minute. Is that not just beautiful? I'll turn it on in all its glory, but I just love it. So pleased with this one. Turn it over, and then we've got our battery pack, as I say. And if you pop your battery pack into that with your little switch for on and off and everything, pop that so that we know that this is going to fit. It's no good sticking this down into the middle there, because it won't reach. We need to stick that, pop that into there first, and then just see where you want it positioned, which I reckon is probably about there. So I'm just going to put some glue onto the back of just that one piece. And again, we'll just pop it in there so I can see. Just pop it in there, and I'm just going to hold it down. Give that chance with the bone folder just to stick. And then it just neatly, you can fit your little battery in there with the on-off button at the top. You don't need to get it out again. It just works. It just finishes it off. Like, where do you put the battery instead? So pop my battery into there. You can see that there. And then you can see all this. So I'm just going to put those lights on. You can see they're flashing, but I don't want them to be flashing. And if it was in the dark, they really... I wonder if I turn this light off. Hold on a second. Oh, that's a little bit better, isn't it? One minute, I'm going to turn the other light off as well so that you can see. I will turn them back on again in a second. But you can just about see the lights there, can't you? Can you see? Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Let's turn the lights back on again, because otherwise it's not so pleasant. So, as I said, you will get in your kit everything that you have seen here today, but the colours and the design of your centrepiece may vary from this one. This one is part of it as well, but you may find that you don't get that one. But what you will find is that the coordinating scallop stitch frame, easy frame that you will be getting, the die cuts of it, it will match. So if it's a bluey color, you're going to get blue. If it's the browny color, it's brown, etc., etc. Well, do you like it? I think it's rather special. I really do. I'm just looking. I think that you like it as well. Yeah. Oh my goodness, 3:25 in the morning, keen or what? Yeah, I'm so pleased you like it. So if you do like it, we need some more thumbs up, I think, I reckon. So along this, along this line here somewhere, you will see a little thumbs up. Please do that for me and share your heart out with all of these bits and pieces, because it really is. Oh, let's turn it off. Don't want to wear the batteries out, do we? So if you would like your kit, you need to pop over to the maximumcraft.com website, and as I say, bring this back in again, that's where you need to go, maximumcrafts.com, where you will find the October card kit whilst socks last, but there are hundreds, so I think you'll be fine with them. If not, I have got some more coming in anyway, so if you have to wait a little bit, well, you do, but you will get them. And I reckon that you have to agree that for less than £13, a lit up card as spectacular, even though she says it as that, people will think that you've worked all night long to make such a spectacular thing. And little do they know that within a very short while, half an hour or so, you will have achieved something really, really special. So, I will be getting some more of the lights. Yeah, so Shirley's asked, will I get some more of the lights if we want some more? Yes, I will be getting them. Now, often these lights, just going back to these lights I liked because they're in a little square and they've got sort of 3 little chances of you know, flashing or not flashing, etc., etc. And some of the lights that I've had before, let me just show you this one. So this one was old lights that I had. It fits in, it's had to be more of a little sort of what's the sleeve, that's what I was looking for. So you know, I preferred these ones, but you may well get one or t'other. All right. Oh, that's lovely as well, isn't it? So yeah, you can see the difference there, that you've got sort of a bluey colour or brown or whatever, but it just fits in with it. Oh, just if I had that for my well, I have to admit here now, these have actually been, or this one has actually been on my sideboard for, gosh, sideboard. That makes me feel rather old, but you know what I mean. It's already been there for a couple of weeks because I just love it so much. And anyone coming into our house thinks, what on earth is she doing with all these Christmas cards up? But I just love it. Just before I go, I just wanted to point out that what the aim of putting the little packet there for the battery box is the fact that we're hiding it, so all you can see that would give you any hint, I don't even know if you can see it, yeah, you can there, just that little bit of wire that's just coming through, obviously going round there, but just a little tiny bit. And as I said, if you'd have done it with a top folding card, you couldn't hide that so well, so a side fold it is. All right. So hold on. Stellar lights. Yes, I will be having them. Snowy acetate's coming back in again. Watch this space. Carol says, can we have a 6x6 scallop die, please? Watch this space. Sorry, I'm just reading through. Yeah, hi everybody, thank you so much for joining me. It desperately needs a box, and that's what I'll be doing as well. So I will be making a box for this one so that you have it. Yeah, because it really needs it, doesn't it? But not on Wednesday. I'm back on Wednesday for Wednesday the 9th of October at 6 o'clock. Normal service has now been resumed. That's if we haven't got a hurricane or whatever it is supposed to be coming. And I shall be launching a new die set, not one of mine, which is very, very beautiful. So really handy. So I'm going to be doing that on Wednesday. And I will get over to doing a box for this. So simple. And I think it needs one of the frames on there. Yeah, we'll have to do that as well, won't we? Perhaps we'll do that week Wednesday, because by then you will have got your kits. Just to remind you, the kits are not quite ready to go out yet. I have to assemble them all. So they will be going out on Tuesday. So not tomorrow, which would be normally what I would start to do, but I do have to just finish them all off. So it will be on Tuesday that they start to go out to you. Okay. So there we go, everybody. Thank you. Oh, you can't sit now. Thank you very much for joining me today. I do hope that you've liked it. And by the look of it and sound of it, that is what you had. Do share it. Do let everybody see what they can make with us over at maximumcrafts.com. And I will see you on Wednesday, same time. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.